Hey metal scholars, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the mesmerizing track Telomeres by Sleep Token. This song is not only a musical masterpiece, but a profound exploration of time, biology, and how we deal with emotions. So without further ado, let's explore why Telomeres is a banger and how it connects to the concept of our body's natural clock and the passage of time. How do we cope with death? So number 10, telomeres and aging. Without trying to sound too nerdy or anything like that, telomeres are these protective caps at the end of our chromosomes, and they basically get shorter as we age. And this serves as a poignant metaphor for the song's exploration of time, of mortality, and Sleep Token is reminding us of the inevitable march of time and the physical manifestations of aging, which takes me to number 9, which is the obsession of Sleep Token with time with clocks, right? I don't know if you've noticed, but Sleep Token's music is all about the number 12, right? 12 hours of the day, 12 hours of night. These cycles, right? I mean, sleep-wake cycles, life and death, sleep-wake cycles, as I said. The Trinity, right? I mean, sleep, mask, and vessel, for example, or the trilogy of albums, right? I mean, Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb, and Take Me Back to Eden. So, we have the obsession with how we cope with time, how time affects relationships and emotions, right? And mostly for telomeres, it's talking about the end of relationships or the death of the telomeres, right? So it's intimately tied into the biological clock, to our DNA, who we are, which takes me to number 8, which is the meditation on mortality. Sleep Token is a band that will deal with the issue of mortality or just the fleeting nature of life. There are lines on the song such as, "You breathe me out, I drink you in." So it's kind of like, the soulful experience. We go beyond the farthest reaches, right? The chorus, which is all about beyond death. I mean, we will reach each other, we'll find each other. So it's evoking the sense of transcendence, a desire to connect deeply with another person, even as time slips away. Which will take me to number 7, the end is near, right? There is an emotional weight, and this is amplified by the metaphor of shortening telomeres, which is a feeling that comes at the end, right? I mean, it's the gradual decline that comes with aging. So this can be felt with, let's say, your mother or your father, right? Relationships with loved ones. And the passage of time will bring up change, right? And sometimes it will bring up separation, the death of a loved one, a parent, a relative. The song will capture this bittersweet reality. It's just making a deeply resonant track that will help you cope with this situation, which will lead me to number 6, which is the trauma behind the death of a relationship. So we're not talking about like physical death, only about that. We're talking about the trauma of healing and feeling empty, right, after something like that happens. So there are situations where you have connections with loved ones and you watch that deterioration. It could be even like a physical deterioration, or it could be just the fact that you are separating from that person. So the duality will add layers of meanings to this song. We can think about number 5, which is this interplay between biology and emotion. So Sleep Token masterfully blends biological concepts. There's lots of like emotional depth, right? They get to write these very nerdy lyrics about daily topics, right? I mean, alkaline can be about water, about chemistry, can be about pH. That's the secret, make something normal become very grandiose, very elevated and poetic. So there's a contrast between the scientific reality, so the telomeres, right? The DNA, the chromosome is just dying every time it divides itself. So that's the thing. It's all about the division as well, like cellular division. When we divide, we create something new, but at the same time, we die a little. So there's this huge emotional experience. You watch a relationship fade away, so that creates a powerful narrative, and it resonates in multiple levels. And that takes me to number 4, which is the universality of the message. The themes of this song are very universal. Everyone has experienced loss, whether it's the passing of a loved one or the end of a meaningful relationship. And the song will help you experience through the lens of telomeres, through the lens of losing something, of the clock is just ticking, right? So you're going to try to go beyond the farthest reaches, to go beyond death, to have this transcendental connection to your loved one or to whoever in this relationship, which will take me to number 3, which is the transcendence. So despite that focus, let's say the main one on aging and decline, the song will offer you a glimmer of hope. The lyrics will talk about going beyond a carnal experience and collapsing into each other, right? So it suggests that love can go beyond the biological decay, which is akin to various religious beliefs, right? I mean, from like Eastern traditions. So it's a very hopeful note and adds this layer of optimism, even when you have somber themes, which will lead me to number 2, which is the atmospheric musical arrangement. I mean, musically, Telomeres is a masterpiece, right? You can play it in B major if you're playing with like standard tuning, or you can tune it like half a step lower, and you can play it in C major, which is very comfortable, and it will get very atmospheric. So, you know, with Sleep Token is all about the ethereal soundscapes, right? The haunting melodies. And in this case, it's mirroring the exploration of time and mortality. So it's giving you something bittersweet. So there are parts where, right, I mean, there's sadness, like, you know, and then you have amazing parts like the guitar solo, which is something that's very rare. So it's a very melodic guitar solo. It adds a lot to the experience. And at the end, you know, there's this suspended F note that keeps holding. And in my opinion, it suggests that there's something beyond. There's something greater than, you know, the sum of its parts. So the music will create this very immersive experience, and it will draw the listener to the story, to the fact that we're talking about something ephemeral, something that will not last forever. So enjoy it while it lasts. And I think that's a great place for us to introduce number 1, which is catharsis. You know, Sleep Token is all about the explosion, the burst of these emotions, right? So it allows you as a listener to confront the fears and the anxieties. I mean, we're all afraid, and we're all anxious about something that we don't know, and aging and death and the end of a relationship. That's not something safe, right? I mean, we have to reflect about it. So this is done beautifully here. It's the ability to evoke emotions and at the same time to provide solace. It's a beautiful composition, and in my opinion, that's what it makes a true banger. And that's the end of my list, Metal Scholars. What do you think about the themes and telomeres? Did you notice any other layers of meaning? Please let me know in the comments below. You know, don't forget to like, subscribe for more deep dives into the world of music. And until the next time, I hope that you watch other videos, and don't forget that music is what music does. And I'm signing out. Bye now.